What's up, guys? This is Blank Boy, and today I want to talk about the differences between an ENFJ and an ENFP. So first off, these two types don't share any functions at all, so maybe it's surprising that this mistype should occur at all. But right, this is one of those like JP flip mistypes in the four-letter codes. I think Socionics calls it like quasi-identicals. Um, but yeah, ideally, if someone is just thinking about functions or even just the type of leading function, you would think that this mistype would never happen. So why does it happen? I think they are sort of both stereotyped as one of the more common stereotypes is that they're both like involved in politics, I guess, that they're both sort of politically minded. Um, I would say, I mean, immediately, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think that's probably a pretty bad stereotype. Um, and one way we could tell them apart is to sort of go into the psychology of politics, thinking about how with FI, so for the ENFP, politics is fundamentally about the individual and whether this is an imagined individual who is starving child, or whether this is the ENFP themselves. It sort of can be traced back to some kind of individual. With ENFJs, it's more, it has this quality, it at least seems this way to me, that it's more like, hey, if we would all act this way, we could all benefit. Yeah, we could all benefit. But if we would all act this way, it feels more if then than, yeah, much more if then logic than just, oh no, look at the individual in itself. So that is one way. I know that's sort of philosophical and highfalutin. So as far as more apparent things are concerned, for one, ENFJs feel pretty intense. Agreeable ENFJs can feel very warm, very warm and inviting, but they're generally intense people. They feel like they're always on. ENFPs, by contrast, are very soft. ENFPs are soft people. They don't feel hard. They don't feel intense. They, rather than coming off as like warm, they can, when they're agreeable, they can come off as, I would say, jolly. And okay, so what do I mean? What's the difference between warm and jolly? Warm, to put it operationally, really feels like it's about you. It's about their audience. They're making it about you. Oh, I'm very warm towards you. Whereas with ENFPs, the sort of jolliness that I'm trying to describe, it, it is just like a like it does feel like it's like about them. It's not. exactly about you. It's just they happen to be jolly and you happen to be there. All right, cool. So that's one, and yeah, the jolliness um, does come off as very soft, very I don't know, Santa Claus jolly. Um, yeah, as opposed to warm. Um, another big difference. To me, this is huge. I know everyone has their own sense of humor. Humor is like as personal as food or music. But if you ask me, ENFJs are not funny people. ENFJs are not funny. They're not really funny. But here's the thing: they're also not really trying to be. They're not really going for let me make this joke happen. It'll be so funny. Um, no, ENFPs can be really fucking funny. ENFPs can be really funny people. But by the same token, there are some ENFPs who are trying to be very funny and who just are not. So, of course, whether it feels like jokes are landing or not probably has to do with your subjective sense of humor compared to whatever this person's is. But ENFJs are both, I find them not funny, but also not really going for it. Not really going for laughs very much. Um, like haha laughs. Um, ENFPs, whether they're funny or not, whether their jokes are landing, they're going for it. They're trying to be funny. Um, I don't know if I can think of any ENFP who doesn't at least try to be funny, even if they're not, who doesn't really try to be. Um, that's going to be a big difference. Um, and yeah, I mean, I just don't think ENFJ humor is very good. I don't know why. You would think, oh, like FE, and then people do this socionics thing, and oh, emotion, so they would be like doing that. They're not. Um, not with funny. Not with funny. Um, another good one is if they're geeky. So I think this is not a stereotype that either one really receives, but I think anyone can be geeky, um, just about anyone. When ENFJs are geeky, they're like the cool geek. They pull it off. They're still cool. Like, what's going on? How do you do that? When ENFPs are geeky, it's just like classic geek. Um, it They can be, again, my opinion, they can be kind of cringe, um, or like neckbeardy, but it's more of your classic geek, like what you would expect. Big Bang Theory type stuff. Um, yeah, when ENFJs are geeky, they're still they're still cool. I don't know how. How are they still cool? They're still cool. Um, and I think one of the one of the surprising things about ENFJ males, um, for a lot of ENFJ men, whether they're geeky or not, a lot of them are actually fucking built. I don't know where this comes from. I don't know if it's some innate understanding of like working out and social status or something, but I know it can't be that because not all ENFJ males actually work out, but they just have, like, a lot of them. Again, not all of them. They're fucking built, man. I don't know how this happened. Um, Really, really interesting. ENFPs, I actually don't know any ENFPs myself who are in shape, who are like really in shape. Um, Obviously, anyone could be really in shape, but that's, I would imagine, pretty rare for ENFPs. Um, Again, yeah, with all this like working on stuff, I am talking about ENFP men. Um, just in general, ENFPs feel a lot more fun loving in kind of like a loose, goofy way. Um, ENFJs, the ones who do really see themselves as fun loving, it does not feel loose. It does not feel goofy. They're neither loose nor goofy. That is not a thing you're going to get with ENFJs. Um, yeah, if if someone's loose and goofy, they're not an ENFJ. Um, that is no way. Um, they do feel much more serious, or yeah, serious or warm. Um, yeah, again, they can really turn on this warmth, um, but it is not in a loose, goofy kind of way. That's not how it comes off at all. Um, and I guess by the same token, ENFJs feel a lot more self assured. Um, they feel really confident. Just the way they come off. I don't know if they are confident or not, but it certainly feels like it. With ENFPs, um, they feel, yeah, a lot of times they just feel kind of loose and goofy, and often not all that self-assured. Um, and rather than confident, I would say they often feel curious, um, curious or like amused or interested, or they might. Of course, all of these things are not things that you can just be in a vacuum, right? So curious about something that piques their interest, um, or yeah, amused by something that amuses them. Um, yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps.